We begin tonight with this monster hurricane, already historic in strength, Hurricane Patricia, on a collision course with Mexico. And part of the system combines with storms already hitting the U.S. at this hour. The view from space right now, and as I said, this is the strongest hurricane ever recorded in the Western Hemisphere. Its winds right now far more powerful than Katrina and Sandy. Tourists in Mexico being rushed out. This image from Puerto Vallarta. Several airports already shut down. The track, as we come on the air, all the way to Texas before it's done. Hundreds of thousands in its path. Americans in Mexico being rushed out. ABC's Matt Gutman is in Mexico leading us off.
Bracing for catastrophe as the record-smashing hurricane barrels into land tonight. Those left in its path told to shelter in place, including tens of thousands of Americans. Hurricane Patricia hitting the popular vacation area of Puerto Vallarta. In town, stores closing, the streets empty. Windows boarded up. The airport now closed. The sandbags piling up, anticipating the dangerous storm surge. Stacy Zapar from San Diego on vacation with her husband and 2 children, stranded.
We've been running around trying to find a way out. We're a little concerned, but we're trying to keep our game face on for the kids.
Anchor Marcus Moore from our affiliate WFAA is just north of Puerto Vallarta.
This is actually a mobile hospital that is being mobilized ahead of the Hurricane Patricia.
This record-setting hurricane is the strongest ever to hit the Americas. 200-mile-per-hour winds, enough to make cars, even planes, go airborne. The lowest pressure ever recorded. By contrast, when Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, it was a mere Category 3 with 125-mile-per-hour winds. And by the time Sandy hit the Northeast, it was no longer considered a hurricane, though it still had strong winds. Hurricane Patricia is expected to bring life-threatening flash floods and mudslides. If there is a silver lining, it's that Hurricane Patricia is a fast-moving storm, meaning it may not linger in one area. Small comfort for these newlyweds on their honeymoon, forced to evacuate their hotel by bus.
Going to a school, apparently. So far, so good.
David Lloyd is planning to ride out the storm in his high-rise.
So this will be our safe room. We've got a door there that'll keep us protected from any flying glass.
It's also being reported that people living in rural areas may yet not know how apocalyptic the impact of this storm could be. Who knows what kind of scenes we'll wake up to in the morning. David?
Matt Gutman leading us off from Mexico. Matt, thanks. And Rob Marciano also standing by for us tonight. As you can see, he's in Texas, where this is going to cause even more problems. And first, Rob, we want to show everyone at home this new NASA image tonight. Just look at the eye of the storm there. Have you seen anything like this? And what's the track of the hurricane tonight?
Just an incredible storm. I have not seen anything like this. It's a record breaker, a small core, but where this core hits, it's going to do horrific damage. Let's take a look at the track. Expect it to make landfall here in the next couple of hours and then go well inland as a Category 3. Mudslides, flooding going to be an issue there. It gets torn apart a bit, but at least a piece of this, David, does make a run at Texas.
Meantime, you're already standing in the flooding there in Texas. 20 million Americans across the South bracing for more flooding, which could be made worse by this hurricane.
Absolutely, and it's been raining here really for the past 36 hours. Small creeks like this one have been blown up to big rivers, and the rain is far from over.
It's already flooding big time right here.
Tonight, the southern plains getting slammed by storm, with the Lone Star State bearing the brunt. Rain piling up quickly in Fort Worth, cars hitting water and slamming to a stop.
You can't see anything out there. It's just like it's right at our window.
It's flooding like crazy right now.
Historic floods swamped Texas and Oklahoma back in May, killing 30 people. But in the last 3 months, the area has seen less than 3 inches of rain.
Look how quickly Dallas has gone from drought to a flash flood.
Already a half a foot of rain falling across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Over 400 flights canceled in and out of DFW. And now over 20 million in the flash flood risk zone.
So let's get back to Rob now in Texas. Unfortunately, the folks in the South have to deal with this system before they can even worry about the hurricane. And what's the track of the system tonight?
Well, it's going to couple with the moisture from Patricia here in the next 48 hours and bring a lot of rain, not just to Texas, but to Louisiana as well. Here's the future radar. We start to shift our focus from Dallas down to Houston. That's where the heaviest stuff will be here in the next 36 to 48 hours. Flash flood watches have been expanded into Louisiana and Oklahoma. Could see 6 to 10, maybe 12 inches of rainfall with this system by the time we're done with this weekend, David.
A very dangerous few days ahead. Rob Marciano in Texas for us and our team in Mexico.